Alright, so getting access to the school databases is not super difficult. You start with the STEM Academy homepage, and then over here you can see the Library Media tab. We're going to go to that, go down to e-resources. Click it, and right here in the middle you have the TEL resources for high school. And so right through here you have a lot of databases that you can access. The two that will be most useful to you are the Student Resources and Context here, and the Gale Power Search. If you're at home and you try to access these, you'll need a password. The password is Elvis, as in the king, E-L-V-I-S. But as long as you're here at school, I don't think you'll need the password. That's it. Once you're inside the resources, so we're going to go ahead and click on Student Resources and Context and wait for it to load. Waiting. Once you're inside, there's a simple search bar up here, and you can enter any search terms and you'll get a variety of sources. So say we want to search for Eugene Sanger. We're going to just type in Eugene Sanger. There we go. They put last name first. We'll search for that. And these are the results you get. You get over here in the Everything column, it'll tell you what kind of results. We've got news results and academic journals. That's all we get for Eugene Sanger. And you can see the 3 news results and 2 academic journals. So that may be a place to start looking for information about Dr. Sanger. All right, let's go ahead and look at the Power Search option down here. It's a little bit more complicated. We'll click on it, and you get all these little boxes over here. My, aren't there a lot of little boxes? So what each one of these boxes represents is a database. And within the database, there are hundreds or thousands, or maybe even hundreds of thousands of individual articles, news stories, peer-reviewed journals, primary source documents, statistics, images, videos, audio files, all kinds of things within each one of these individual databases. So there's the Academic One-File database, the General One-File database, General Reference Center Gold database. Each one of these is a database, and each one, again, has thousands of resources within it. What's cool here is that you can select which of the databases you want to search. And so you can search for one thing in lots and lots of different databases. You're almost guaranteed reliable, credible results, because a lot of these will be peer-reviewed and they don't just get in the databases by accident. They are curated and collected by people who review the information and make sure that it's from accurate, reliable, credible sources. So this is a really nice way to get a lot of information. So let's say we want to search, again, we want to search for cholera, and that's what we're going to search for. You just click the databases that you want to search for. Well, how do you know if you want to search the database? Well, read the description. Somebody went to the trouble to type it up. You can go to the trouble to read it. Academic One-File is generally good. General One-File is generally good. Opposing viewpoints. We're not really interested in opposing viewpoints about cholera. We don't really want to know about agriculture or business economics or communications or criminal justice or culinary arts or diversity studies. We're not interested in educator reference. We can scroll down. We're not interested in fine arts and music. We can scroll down and find some other things that we do want. This student edition is nice because it has ebooks. We don't really want to know about U.S. history, but there are lots of topics that this would be a good choice for. World history, maybe we're interested in cholera in world history, not biographies. Science, sure. So we've chosen our things, and now we search. Alright, and so here are our results for our cholera search. You can see over here in the left-hand column your results from magazines, academic journals, books, news, images, videos, audios, more. So if there are particular sources that you want to use, academic journals, books, news, articles, then you could find those over here in the left column. In the center column here, you get just your results. These are 1,544 magazine results for the basic keyword search for cholera. Up here you can sort by publication date. What are other options? Relevance, publication date descending or ascending. So from the descending is the most recent to the least recent. You can see the source over here. We're just looking at magazines right now. So Farmers Weekly, the New Statesman, Newsweek, Professional Engineering Magazine, ProtoView. These are the magazines, these are the titles, these are the dates of publication, the word count, how long it is, even the reading level, how difficult it is to read. The higher this number, the more difficult it is. So this 1270 reading level is going to be a little bit more difficult than this 930 reading level. We could also look at academic journals. These are articles about cholera from academic journals, articles about cholera from books, and even images down here. So you can see related images over here on the side. This is how you would use the Power Search database. Okay, we all love to use Google when we're searching for information, but sometimes we get too much information and the results we get aren't always of the highest quality. So how can we limit the number of results we're getting and make sure that the results we get are from reliable and credible sources? Well, there's a pretty simple way to do that. When you go to your Google search bar, you're going to type in cite:/.edu and then type in your search term. And if you've got more than one term, we're going to put it in quotation marks so that both of those words go together. So today, for example, we want to search for Phineas Gage. And now we'll search. And you'll notice that all of our results end in .edu, so they're all from a generally reliable domain. So that's a nice way to limit your results to .edu domains, which tend to be more trustworthy. Well, what if we want to search for just .gov, another reliable domain? Same thing. We're just going to switch from .edu to .gov and search. And here's what we get. Here's an article about Phineas Gage from the National Institutes of Health, .gov, .gov, .gov.